Thank you, Ryan, for getting us started on tree protection zone. My task is to tell you about the tree protection zone and how we go about estimating where it is and how big it is and so forth. So let's get going. When we get on construction sites, it's not usually a pretty picture. If there are trees nearby, it's extremely difficult to develop those sites without doing some damage or injury to the trees that are nearby. So our role is to try to limit that amount of damage to a tolerable level. The BMP second edition defines the tree protection zone as the area defined during site development where construction activities and access are limited to protect the trees and soil from damage and to sustain tree health and stability. So this tree protection zone is what we are all trying to figure out, the space that is needed around a tree to keep it healthy and stable. And we see a lot of variability in the landscape in development sites of what the dimensions and distance of that tree protection zone is to the trunk. So where do we draw the line? How do we figure out how much space an individual tree would need to retain its health and structure? The BMP also states that the size and shape of the TPZ should consider the tree species, its response to construction impacts, its size, condition, and maturity, in addition to the location of the current infrastructure and the planned construction, and what the specific aspects of the site are. So we have a lot of considerations when we're trying to figure out what this tree protection zone is going to be. So the question is, where do we draw the line on the tree protection zone? When Jim and I were writing the Trees and Development book, it was back in 1998, we did research around the world of what were arborists using, what metrics were they using to define the tree protection zone. And there were three that were in primary use. One is the drift line, where you simply draw a line down from the edge of the canopy, and whatever's within that circular shape, semicircular shape, becomes the tree protection zone. It has some limitations in that when the tree canopy is asymmetric, we might be too close to one side of the trunk or the other. Or when we have a tall, narrow canopy, the tree protection zone may wind up being actually too small for the tree.